Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back to the Uncle Sharma channel. Been doing a lot of live streams, but today a pre-recorded video, and I'm going to take you through the latest Inter news and then obviously preview our match against Hellas Verona, our next Serie A match. But first, let's get into the latest Inter-related news, and for obviously the first one that we need to get into just came out right now, the UCL group stage draw. Watched it live with Bruno on Football Worldwide, so go check that video out. Another interesting year. Overall, Champions League groups are looking really tasty, and Inter's group is looking really tasty and really difficult once again. Inter, Shakhtar, Real Madrid once again, pretty much Control C, Control V from last year. The gods of football are telling Inzaghi, this is Call of Duty. You died last year, Conte. Now Inzaghi, you get to respawn, play that game again, play that mission once again, and try to fulfill it this time. You know, in GTA, when you end up at the hospital and you're a little bit out of money, like Inter this season, and now you go and complete the mission once again. The only difference is Sheriff Tiraspol, the Moldovan team, instead of Gladbach, which makes the group a little bit easier. Which in that case for me, it means there is no excuse this year for Inter. We have to get out of the group stage. We have to at least finish second, if not first. A weakened Real Madrid team, depending on the Mbappe thing, we should be able to take this group once again and get revenge on Shakhtar, who, you know, knocked us out last time round. So I am actually really confident in Inzaghi to take us through to the next round. But obviously we'll get more into that whenever we get close to the Champions League, and obviously we'll do match previews for that. But could have been worse, could have been better, but happy with the group overall. You guys let me know your comments down below, what you thought on the group stage draws. Now, the other very important Inter news today, obviously, is TUCU CORREA. Il TUCU is here. And by the way, TUCU, his nickname comes from the region he's from in Argentina, Tucumán region. And it's a childhood nickname where they call him El TUCU, short for Tucumán. So that's where the nickname comes from. A few people have been asking me. So it's just one of those childhood nicknames. TUCU today officially announced by Inter, looking very good in the Inter shirt. And this guy, man, is aggressively good looking. This guy, there's no need for someone to be this good looking. Female Interistas are feasting. And as confirmed by himself in quite a classy message that he released on the social media, you know, thanking Lazio. But, you know, he was looking for this opportunity at Inter, an opportunity which came to him once before, around 6 or 7 years ago, actually, when he came for a trial from Estudiantes, but things didn't quite work out. You know, those famous pictures of him with Zanetti, Alvaro Pereira, and things like that, where he's in the full training kit looking really happy. Estudiantes wanted 2 million or something for the player, and Inter weren't willing to pay that price, and in the end, he had to go back. But look at this redemption story. The guy, you know, is coming here, is finally fulfilling his dream. And that's what we like to see, someone who really wants to play for Inter and these colors. And man, those pictures with Lautaro today in training, damn, I'm getting excited about the potential partnership with those two. Of course, it's a new partnership. No more Lula, no more of this guy, but replacing it with Correa. So the new name is going from Lula to Cola, Correa, Lautaro. And I'm excited about that potential partnership. Or it could be, you know, Correa and Dzeko, or Correa or Alexis. We'll see how it works out. But great addition to the Inter team, a dribbler with speed, directness, adding goals and assists to this Inter team. I'm very excited about what TUCU CORREA can do in this team. And obviously he's played under Inzaghi already. 31 million, 5 million loan fee with a redemption, 1 million bonus. Overall, very, very good deal. Could have been cheaper because he wanted to leave, and then Lazio didn't need the money, but it is what it is. In more news related to the striking options at Inter, Andrea Pinamonti is gone. Pinamount has been loaned out to Empoli. Empoli, who will be paying only half of his wages, his 2.2 million euro net wages. Minoraila, thank you for that one, mate. So they will be paying 1.1 million, contributing to his wages, and hopefully next game for Empoli is against Juventus, so we need some contribution from Pinamonti there. That would be his biggest contribution at Inter since he's come in, really, if he scores against Juve at the weekend. And in other striker news, Alexis Sanchez is back in training. However, that injury to his calf still looks like it could be a little bit of an issue. He's still playing or training with a little brace on his calf, as you can see in the pictures. So it doesn't seem like he's really completely over that injury yet. However, they are saying that they're expecting him to be back available after the international break. At least he's not going off with Chile, which usually is when he gets injured, when he goes off to international duty. to South America. So this time he's staying here, recovering and resting up, and hopefully he'll be back available again. But he is a little bit of a headache for Inter at the moment. His 7 million net salary, it's a lot for Inter, especially in these times. The numbers up front are getting quite heavy now in terms of, CORREA coming in, Lautaro, Dzeko. If Satriano stays, it looks like, numbers-wise, there could be a lot of players there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's been rumors of interest from Fenerbahce in Turkey. Inter would jump at the chance of getting rid of Sanchez because of his salary, but Sanchez would have to be open to moving to Turkey first and probably halving his salary, because according to reports, Fenerbahce only able to offer him around 3.5 million net per season, which is literally half his salary. So we'll see what the developments are there. Alexis Sanchez, great player on his day, but as we know, super injury prone and aging. Speaking of expensive strikers that could be departing, just mentioned Juve there against Empoli. They could be playing Empoli without their star man CR7, the star boy, Serie A's poster boy PENALDO. Looks like he could be on his way to Man City, and if that happens, I have to put Inter back in the driving seat for the Serie A title, for the Scudetto, to get that second star. I know there's a lot of opinions that Ronaldo holds that Juventus team back, but when a guy scores 30 plus goals every year, the holding back comment doesn't really fly with me. They are a weaker team without Cristiano Ronaldo. All this turmoil as well at the beginning of the season, it's not what Allegri was looking for, and I'm going to have to revise my prediction. And if this happens, Inter have to be favourites for the Scudetto once again. More outgoing news. Lucien Agoume, the young Frenchman, looks like he's on his way to back to France on a loan to Brest. Yes, I need to grow up, but it's probably the right move. He was loaned out to Spezia last year, didn't work out, didn't get enough playing time. That's not ideal for Inter. At least if he goes to this lower French team, he is guaranteed a little more playing time, and maybe comes back, with a little bit more experience and that better player. So we'll see what happens. There's also rumors of a Sassuolo loan move, but again, there I don't see him really getting much playing time. So I prefer him to go to a team that will actually play him. And another striking option is Martin Satriano, the Uruguayan 20-year-old who's impressed everyone in preseason training and in his Primavera last season. He's wanted by Crotone quite strongly. Mulattieri, another Inter youth, who's already out there on loan, is doing quite well already. So Crotone won him, but Inter, quite rightly, and I'm happy that this is happening, that Inter don't want to loan him to Serie B. And I've said in the past, I'd rather him loan him out to a foreign team somewhere in a slightly better league rather than Serie B. And that's what Inter's thinking is at the moment, or they might even keep him at the moment, because we don't know what's happening with the likes of Sanchez or our striking options in general. But I would rather, in my opinion, send him out on loan, get minutes under his legs, which is what these youngsters need. Find a team that will guarantee him some playing time. I think that is the ideal situation for me. And then finally, Valentino Lazaro, the wing back. He finally looks like he's on the way out on a permanent this time. The rumors are of an advanced negotiations with Benfica, the Portuguese team, who took Jamari off us. And so it's a 2-year loan with the obligation to buy for around 8 or 8.5 million euros apparently. And that looks like the deal that suits Inter at the moment. He's out of the squad. He's not even involved in the friendlies or even in the squad recently. So he's literally been put out of this team, whether that's an Inzaghi decision or a club decision, which I think is a club decision. So he definitely has to be sold. The only tricky part of the deal is he needs to cut his salary. He's on around 2 million net per season, which is more than what Benfica are able to pay. So he needs to reduce his salary. And Benfica also looking to sell one of their right-sided midfielders before they get him in to make space for him. So we'll see. It'll get done maybe towards the end of the transfer window. And if you remember when the João Mario deal happened, which I'm still so gassed about, we said, because we actually let João Mario go on a free, we had to, pay him off or cancel his contract and let him go on a free. But that was kind of, we would have expected some sort of other deal happening with Benfica, because we did them a massive favor. Rui Costa, the sporting director, I'm sure that this is kind of another favor that Benfica kind of doing to us. So it all kind of works out. But I hope for the best for Lazaro. I feel sorry for the guy. He's been put out of the squad, and hopefully this is the revival for his career if this happens. But now let's get into the preview for the Hellas Verona match, which is tomorrow, Friday, 7:45 p.m. UK time. in Verona. As you can see from the lineup, same lineup once again. The 3-5-2 is expected with Lautaro coming in for Stefano Sensi, who kind of had to play out of position last match, but Lautaro is back from his suspension now. But I'm really looking forward to seeing the partnership between him and Edin Dzeko, and this is definitely going to be more of a 3-5-2 rather than a 3-5-1-1 as it was with Sensi. Lautaro, as we know, he's gonna, he's rumored to be signing a new hefty contract, getting close to, Lukaku money. So he has to show it out this season. He's gonna be the poster boy, the main man, and he has to really show it. And also, playing with Edin Dzeko, he has to carry the goal scoring responsibility, because Lukaku, he's a proven goal scorer. But with Dzeko, I'm not going to expect anywhere near the amount of goals that Lukaku scored. He's going to be creating more goals. He's going to be coming a little bit deep a lot of the time. He's going to be the advanced regista, as we like to call him in Italy, regista avanzato. So Lautaro really has to take the mantle on for being the main goal scorer, being more clinical, being more ice cool in front of goal. Let's see if Lautaro can actually make that jump finally that we're all expecting him and hoping that he makes. Elsewhere, on the left wing back, it looks like Perisic retains his position, even though Di Marco did impress when he came on as a substitute. Personally, I would like to put Di Marco in there because he's playing against his former team. He played there for a year and a half, was it? And he'll be out there to kind of prove something against his old team. So I would like to see that happen. But overall, I'm happy with Perisic starting. Darmian on the other side. I'm sure we'll see Dumfries coming in again as a substitute at some point. What I'm really looking forward to is that link up once again on the left hand side. We saw last match where we've shifted the focus of this team, as seen in the post-match statistics. Most of the attacks came from down the left hand side, even though the build-up was pretty much balanced on both sides. But you can see the shift from Conte's team where the left hand side is becoming heavy thanks to Hakan Çalhanoğlu coming in. Perisic is also much more involved than he used to be under Conte. But with Lautaro coming in, I really want to see that partnership on the left-hand side bloom even more. And I want to see how Hakan, Perisic and Lautaro link up on that left-hand side. So really, really interesting to see how that works. And of course, hoping that Edin Dzeko can continue the form that he showed in that first match, where he was my man of the match in that match for sure against Genoa, and hoping he can continue with his great performances. At the back, of course, there is no change. Skriniar, De Vrij and Bastoni. And I'm expecting actually another goal from one of these guys. Skriniar scored in the match against Genoa. With Hakan coming in, we've seen how dangerous his corners and free kicks have been already. And I'm expecting this time, De Vrij or Bastoni to step up with a goal. Maybe De Vrij. In terms of Hellas Verona, you can see here the potential lineup, 3-4-2-1. Di Francesco has come in and pretty much kept the same formation as Juric had in the past, which is smart of him, not trying to change around too much. However, the team really has kind of downgraded compared to last year. They lost Silvestri in goal, and they've got this guy called Pander in goal, which I don't know much about, but I'm sure Silvestri was a great goalkeeper, and I'm sure Pander is going to be a little bit of a downgrade. So I do want to see the Inter players trying to test this goalkeeper even from range. Try to have some shots, try to test this guy early, see if he's shaky. And one of their main guys, the right wing back, Faraoni, former Inter youth product, who is one of their best players, is unavailable. So it is a weakened team. Miguel Veloso, who got a red card last match, is unavailable as well. But they still got one or two guys that Inter need to be careful about. Zaccagni, of course, their main man, scored 2 goals in the last match against Sassuolo, so he's in good form. So he's definitely one to watch out for. And Anthony Barak, who was one of the players of the season last season, so he's definitely one to watch out for. His late runs into the box are always very dangerous. But overall, as I said, the Di Francesco tax, him being the coach now, I don't expect this Verona team to be as intense or really good at defending and pressing as they were under Juric. All those downgrades, all those players unavailable. This has to be another win for Inter. Not underestimating Verona, but it has to be with this strong squad, with Lautaro coming back. I'm expecting another strong performance, another strong victory, another clean sheet. I'm putting it down, and I'm saying it's going to be a 2-0 victory for Inter, and once again staying top of the league. But yeah, guys, those were my thoughts on the Hellas Verona. You guys let me know in the comments below, who would you start? Do you agree with the lineups? Let me know about the Inter news I was telling you guys about earlier. What do you make of the Lazaro stuff, the AGOUME stuff, the Satriano? Would you loan him out to Crotone, or would you keep him? Let me know in the comments below, of course. Obviously, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you for the post-match reaction of Inter Hellas Verona tomorrow. Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter.